Anyway, chat, with that, I think we get back to business. Patrick Marleau's now number 2 in games played, so that's neat. It is neat. What's not neat is that he's still on the list of best players to never win a Stanley Cup, and I really don't know if that's going to, change. You know, fun fact, because we were just talking about that Nate Thompson goal. God, I saw another post about it on Twitter. It's fine. We focus on the task at hand. Oh, it is playoff time for the UDFA Challenge once more. We didn't win the division. We know we're playing Montreal. It was a pretty good year for us, or at least a good little turnaround, all things considered, after missing the playoffs last year. We win 50 games, I think, for the 3rd time in 4 years. I still, and I've said it so many times now, I view this series as a success. Last year, we never got off the ground. This year, because of the new draft quality settings, this challenge can work. Whether or not we win here specifically, I don't know, but it's quite clear that this challenge can work. I said that I thought we might have missed our window. We're getting towards the end of it. Again, Renas is 35 years old at this stage. I mean, Topi's 30, for God's sakes. Like, we've been at this for a while. So, we'll see how it plays out. Topi Laakkonen's played 6 seasons at forward already. It's nuts. That said, confirmation. We know it's Montreal. I want to get a full look at the playoff tree. I mean, that's not... We have the more Montreal-like record because of all those overtime losses. But each team won 51 games. They're in equally as good a form heading into this postseason matchup as well. The playoff tree across the board. Minnesota, Dallas, Colorado, Detroit, which would be great. Anaheim and Arizona, LA and Nashville. On the flip side, the Islanders and Flyers, Caps, Pens. We, of course, play the Habs, and the Sens play the Bruins. He's a reverse Brent Burns. I mean, yeah. Is there a slight desync? Of course there's a slight desync. There always is. So we'll do this. And now it'll be perfect. Because that's OBS, dog. That's OBS for you. Massive, massive pain in the ass this wonderful program can be sometimes. That said... That broke it? Did it really? Well, then maybe Endo just blew it. It's worse. Cool, so Endo blew it is what you're telling me. Thanks, Endo. Thanks for blowing it. How is it now? Nothing like on-the-fly adjustments. See, now it's better. So see, I just put back the same settings that were on, and all of a sudden, see, now they're fine in comparison. Anyway. Montreal. Let's look at the team that we're up against here, shall we? And... I mean, it's kind of a good thing. God damn it. Nope, Endo says there's issues, and we're going to trust him. We're going to trust him. So let's see which way we have to go. Let's see. Testing. What's better? Number 1 or number 2? Number 1 or number 2? It's a fucking eye doctor appointment. Do a clap test and I'll clip it. How much time? We're going with number 2. This is the Montreal lineup. Here's the Ottawa lineup. See, I didn't misspeak. Look at them. I said Ottawa because, let's be honest, they're going to beat the Bruins and I'm going to run into this fucking mammoth of a player. It sucks. Montreal. Ola Henriksen with Nathaniel. Who spells Nathaniel that way? And if you spell it that way, your parents done goofed. He's an 89, though. Mr. Nathaniel Menino, who, good point getter, but not amazing. Alongside Guy Gagnon, the most French-Canadian man to have ever French-Canadianed. Who was drafted by the Bruins, coincidentally. So, shout out to Guy Gagnon. Guy Gagnon. Second line, Wes Van Riemsdyk, who, yeah, I remember when he was drafted next to Ruslan Volchenkov and Tyrone Finnerty. Philip Galvis, Landon McCallum, and Jakub Turikov. Vincent Vlasic, Gavin Prust, Pavel Popov. Or the Popov. Who's to say? It's not bad. Like, they have 3 to 4 to 5. I mean, 5 really good players. They don't have, like, an elite player, but it's a pretty good core. The bottom 6 is weak, but it probably won't matter for them. And their defense is pretty good. That's great. Whoops. Kyle Legacy and Quentin. Who the hell spells Quentin that way? Quentin. It's not Quentin, it's Quentin. Corso. Clint Chamara with Dylan Krause. Brant Clark at 36 with Yuri Pereshogan. Oh, God. The goaltending. Patrick Svoboda. 35 years young, former goalie for the Lightning. Any healthy scratches? Genoway, Riley, and McGrattan. We are definitely beyond the phase of the majority of notable players being retired. We are beyond it. Let's find out if we got a cup run tonight. That's what we're here for. Let's find out if it's time for the boys to go on a cup run or absolutely blow it, which they might. Oh, in terms of the ratings, 86, 71, and an 83 versus an 88, 85, and a 78. So it is an uphill battle. Nico, what's up? Phil R, it's a good thing that the Ducks are losing. You want them to lose. They're not good, and the more assets, the merrier. As long as Rickard Rakell's not dead, you'll probably get something for him. Getzlaf isn't going to go anywhere because he doesn't want to. But, yeah. No, there are moves to make that involve not being good. Feels weird to jump right into the playoffs, but here we go. It is game number 1. Game number 1 in our first round matchup against the Habs, and Pushkarev gets a goal. Minute 9 seconds into it, so a goal from a defenseman. Will that spell doom for us? The answer is probably. First period. Well, that went pretty well for us. Admittedly, that went pretty well for us. I just don't really have a response to that, you know? I just don't. How could I? Jesus. Well, that is one hell of a way to to kick off a first period. 19 shots to 5, 3-0 on the board. Good stuff. Good stuff. Second period. All right, so to recap. Pushkarev, Fletcher, Laaksonen, Cooper, Renas, and Topi again. Van Riemsdyk and Prust for the Habs. It is 6-2. Heading in to the third period of game number 1. And so far, so good. Vlasic scores at 6-3. Renas scores at 7-3. And that should do it. 2 more goals, because why not? Popov and Laaksonen for the hat trick. 8-4 is your final score in game number 1. Laaksonen with a hat trick to kick off this series. That's pretty good. That's not. But we, had that offense where we needed it. I was so scared that Philly was going to get memed today. I mean, again? I mean, why not? They get memed by New York teams all the time. Let's go to game number 2. I mean, we're crushing it so far. We scored 8 goals in the first game. Typical Montreal goaltending, am I right? First period of game number 2, and 2 goals apiece. Fletcher on the power play, and Khalil Welch, Turkov, and Gagnon get the goals for the Habs. They put up a lot more than 5 shots that time. 3 times as many. Math. Second period. We're up 3-2. Tope Laaksonen scores again. We go to the third up by 1. Hooray for the home team winning trend. Please. Please, please, please. Successful PK. Come on. Come on. Hold the door. Hold the door. Hold it. Thank God. Game 2. To the Degen. Khalil Welch leading the way. 3-point game. Salcido was so much better in that game, too. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff, boys. And a very good start against Montreal. How hammered would Architect have gotten if, or how hammered is he gonna get? I mean, I don't think Buffalo fans drink anymore because their team loses. I mean, they just come to expect it. They'll drink if they win. Which means, shout out to sports enacted prohibition in the city of Buffalo. Guys, we're up 2-0 on Montreal. I have a feeling we're going to lose because of the home team winning trend, which has reared its ugly head so many times between this and the Goon Squad series. First period, goal apiece. Griffith and Volchenkov. Second period, still 1 apiece. 21 shots to 15. I mean, we have seen reverse sweeps in the playoffs this year, so even if we take a 3-0 lead, I can't be overly confident, can I? I really can't be. By the way, someone just tagged me in that Cale Makar goal. Khalil Welch, 2-1 on the power play. I still hate Colorado's new uniforms. I still don't like them. I don't like the blue bucket, blue pants. I just don't. The Degen have a 3-0 series lead on Montreal. Salcido with 31 saves. 1 win away from going back to the second round. This is, this scares me. Oh boy. 13 goals in 3 games. Are we about to get EA'd? I think we have the only 3-0 series lead right now. Granted, some teams have played 4 games already. Alright, Boston's up 3-1 on Ottawa. My God. Game number 4. Can we seal the deal and end this series? Wouldn't be our first round sweep. Of course, we swept Buffalo a few years ago when they were amazing. Oh, excuse me. All right, no fear. First period, 1-0 to the Degen. Marco Arenas with the goal. Second period, my God, I'm burpy from the Palmer. Guys, we are up 1-0. Heading into the third period. Is this the time? Here we go. Tope Laaksonen. 2-0 to the Degen. Come on. Can the Degen do it? Eat pant, Montreal. All of the pant. So much of it. So much. The Degen sweep Montreal in the first round. 2-0 finally. 39 save shutout from Mr. Bryant Salcido in game number 4. We are moving on. We are moving on. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. No reverse sweep to be found. A nightmare of a first game, 8-4, and a 3-2, 2-1, and 2-0. Pretty close series in those last 3 games, but we made it work. We're off to round number 2, potentially to play the Bruins, maybe the Sens. Lars Persson did nothing in that first round, which scares me. But we won without Lars Persson doing anything. Fletcher was solid with the 2 goals. Carlotti was okay. But Topi fucking Laxton. He's a guaranteed Channel Hall of Famer, right? Guaranteed. How could he not be? Like, guaranteed Channel Hall of Famer. It's ridiculous. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. He's so good. Khalil Welch next to him had 7 points, 6 assists for Lawrence Huey. That second line's phenomenal. They have to stay on the second line, too. Renos with 5 points. Griffith with 4. 3 for Ross Cooper. That middle 6 carried us. Fernandez, Hikala, Denny. I'm really concerned about that 4th line. I'm very concerned about that 4th line. Junior Fernandez has fallen off a cliff. He's dropped by about 6 overall points in a year. And then Hikala and Denny, we'll see. Defensively, Olas, nice with a +3. Rippin, pretty good too. Wisniewski and Lindgren are okay. And then overall, Brian Salcedo's our guy in the playoffs. I don't know what it is, but he's our guy. 947 in those 4 games. Bryant Salcedo. You'd love to see it. Now, Fox, don't think I missed the bits. When I die, bury me in Garcineau's goalie equipment. Oh, Fox, how are you, by the way? Oh, God. Would I ever eat 100% dark chocolate? Why not? Dark chocolate's great. Is it the best chocolate? No, but dark chocolate's pretty good. So why not? With that, we await the winner of Boston and Ottawa. We'll get an answer here after this day. Are we playing the Bruins or are we playing the Sens? It would be tremendous in theory for the Sens to lose, but then would the Bruins be that much more dangerous? We're going to find out. Have the Bruins done it? Yes, they have. The Sens fall. Davos. Davos. Buddy, pal o' mine, all around beautiful man. Davos, how did the stream go, buddy? You're just in time. We swept Montreal. We'll probably get pooped on by the Bruins, which means I'll still be okay with it. Playing the Pokemon, like the old school Pokemon trading card game, or like the most recent, like what? I'm confused, Davos, but that sounds awesome. I'm excited. All right, let us go to the second round yet again. We know it's the Bruins. A 44-win season. They stumbled their way towards the playoffs, but they beat Ottawa once they're there. The second round is Colorado, Minnesota, Anaheim, Nashville, Caps, and Islanders. What will this Bruins team look like? Is the question, and can we continue this incredibly hot start? We pulled a secret rare fighting type Zapdos. What the how? Do you put boxing gloves on the wings? Top line, Julius Glass, 21 years old, 3 goals and a -3 in the first round. Next to Brett Harrison, who's real, 4 points in 5 games. And Nicholas Olofsson, number 1 overall pick back in 2025, 4 goals and an assist. Just to get you a look at those attributes as well, it's like David Pasternak on steroids. Second line, Justice Eves. I was going to make a Jeeves joke, I won't. Gonna ask him a question. 5 points in the second round next to, or the first round, Abel Shields with 2 points, and Brandon DeNicola. 22 penalty minutes in 5 games. Can you say goon? 96 aggressiveness. Hot dog. That makes sense. Third line, Landon Parrish. Next to Oleg Lissin with 5 assists in the first round, and Vesa Pirnez with just 1 lone goal. A fourth line of Norm Kaliko, who wasn't that great, Chandler Morrow, who wasn't that great, and Derek Rogalski, who wasn't that great. How much is Olofsson getting paid? Yes. Yes, Harrison's an undrafted L. I mean, he's not, though. He was drafted by Calgary. 2021. Defensively, I mean, he would have stayed in that extra draft for them, I guess. But again, I told you guys at the start we weren't going to use people that were real. Defensively, Reese Kavanaugh only had 2 points in the first round. Paid $10.5 million. Next to Daniil Chayka. Yes, please. I'd love Daniil Chayka to be on the Bruins. Braden Rawlings next to Timothy Hunt. And a third pair of Ludwig Bergfors with Eddie Purcell. Goaltending. I now see why Ottawa lost. Well, guys, it was a good run. It was a good run. But, yeah. No, we are boned. Boned. Eliza, what's up? Oh, God, Eliza, I can't wait. Within the next 2 weeks, I'll be wearing my Boston Pride jersey on stream, and it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a real fun time. I had to do it. I had been looking at that Pride jersey for a while, and I'm like, yep, I need this. And, yeah, I finally pulled the trigger on it. I mean, granted, I was having to wait, but, you know, it made sense. God. Can I do anything else other than sim this series? Please? Like, please, can I do anything else other than actually sim this series? Please, please, please. I don't want to. I don't want to do it at all. It's not going to be fun at all. It's going to suck. Oh, God. All right. Let's get this over with, huh? All right. In terms of the ratings, they stand at 86, 71, and an 83. For the Bruins, they have Olofsson, the Black Swede, as their highest rated player. 91, 85, and an 83. Good stuff. Good stuff. I will just say this. As a very aware Boston sports fan, please, God, could they actually get someone like Olofsson? Because so many racists would expose themselves if the best player on the Bruins was a black man. And I would love to be able to shame those people. Do you think there will be a team that's so bad at managing the cap it puts Lafreniere Dallas team to shame? Wait, what? Cody, I don't know what that means. I'm confused. So, they have the ratings advantages. No real surprise. We've seen the lineups. And looking at the playoff stats so far, I mean, in terms of goals for per game, we were at a 3.75. They were at a 3. Goaltending was incredible. Regardless. Oh, the Lafreniere Dallas team. Okay, I remember now. Cody, I don't know if I'll ever... I don't know. Like, that team was the worst. That Dallas team was the worst AI-managed team I had ever seen. I don't think it could possibly be worse for that many high players, but still to have 9 wins. Which just seems to be random. Right? Like, you know, if an AI coach gets fired, that team is just, like, programmed to be bad that year. 1 second. 1 second. Topi, our fearless leader, our captain, the ginger neckbeard himself. Lead the way, Topi. Lead the way. You and those crazy eyes of yours. Fred, what's happening? Let's do this. Let's do this. It is game number 1 of this series. I don't like our chances. Let's see what we can do. Woo! First period, 1-0 to the Legion. Ross Cooper on the power play. Second period, I always seem to have horrible luck against the Bruins in the playoffs. It's incredible. Third period, we are down 3-1. 3-1 in this game. I hate it. I don't like our chances at all. I mean, Fernandez scored on the power play, but another goal, please. I meant for us. EA, you horrible trolls. Horrible. Boston takes game 1 4-2. Hands us our first loss of the postseason as Pirnez goes off. Pretty brutal game for Salcido, all things considered. Game number 2, Florida Man Arena. First period, 2-1 Boston. Glass on the power play, and Olofsson, Yui got one for us on the power play as well. Second period, goal apiece, Glass on the power play, and Yui, who is carrying this team right now after no goals in the first round, down by 1 heading into the third, down by 2 in the early stages of the third. I see you, EA. I guess I'm not allowed to sass tonight. That's what I'm learning. No sass. No sass. Yui gets the hat trick. God. Just got recommended a Tranmere. Will we see a return to the Youth Academy to glory for FIFA 21? Yeah. I recorded one, or we did one on stream a while ago. I didn't end up putting it up on YouTube with Leighton Orient. But I will likely play FIFA again at some point towards the summer. So, FIFA will indeed be back in the rotation. We were outscored 9-5 over the course of the first 2 games. And unless the home team losing trend is alive and well, we're screwed. Salcido's down to a 9-18. Defensively, I mean, there's not one pairing that's getting picked apart. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that fourth line is disastrous right now. And that top line, honestly, is a bit too quiet for its own good. I'm gonna go with my gut here. We're gonna take out Hikola and Denny. At least maybe have them be healthy scratches. We need to look at other options. We have had Card and Jeffrey on this team before. I don't know if they're the answers here, though. I mean, Card definitely brings the physical presence. Jeffrey's a pretty good two-way. Easton McElrath as a two-way. Not too bad. Younger option. And then Sahonen as a grinder. Isn't that bad? Honestly, The 3 grinders would kind of defeat the purpose of changing up that top line. I don't know what I want to do here. I do not know what I want to do here, but I feel like we might have to make changes. So I just noticed EA did nothing when it comes to player shooting style and skating style. Everyone's set to 1 and the attributes are fit. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that earlier in the year. It's like, hey, here's this new feature, and they did nothing with it, which, you know, is what it is, I suppose. God, we gotta try to get that top line going. Only thing I can think of is to change Carlotti and Persson. I think I'm gonna do a complete change out of that 4th line. I think I'm gonna have to. We're gonna send down Flaherty. I am pretty much done with him anyway. We're gonna call up Card, Jeffrey, and Sahonen. Which means Fernandez is probably screwed. Yeah, I mean, Junior's regressed. Junior, I know you got 2 points, but I think you're done here. I hate to tell you, Junior. We're going for it. That's what we're doing. The new 4th line. We're gonna have Card. We're gonna have Sahonen. And on the right, we are going to, I guess, still roll with Denny. And then we'll have Hikola and Jeffrey as scratches. At least that way we get a +3 there. And we'll hope for the best. That's pretty much all we can do. Excuse me? Don't you love how it shows you could get a +5, but then LOL JK? Fucking game sometimes. Alright. Well, it's pretty much all we can do with this team then. AHL will just go best lines. We go to game number 3. I have probably wasted a bit too much time trying to get this team in order, but it is what it is. First period, 1-0 to the Deejin. Griffith on the power play. Second period, 2-0. Griffith on the power play. We go to the third, we need a win here. This has to be the home team losing trend. Olofsson scores again. Cooper scores shorthanded, but the Bruins get it right back as the power play. Yep, nope, this is great. Everything's fine. Yep, 5-3, that's good. Can we hold on, please? This has to be the least consistent, least predictable sim engine I have ever seen. My God. It's a 7-3 victory for the Deejin with 7,000 goals in the third period. The correct total was 8. And we get the win because Carlotti and Griffith went off. Stressful. 9-14 for Salcedo. And we're back in it. Lawrence Huey, 3 goals in 3 games. Game number 4 of this series. We need to win. We go down 3-1. We are as good as gone. First period. Rogalski and Shields. Second period. We get one back with Griffith again. He's the only one that can score. Topi Laaksonen has been completely shut down. Like, completely shut down at this stage. It's a nightmare. We go to the third, down by 1. We need a goal here, please. For us! I said we! 3-1 Boston, 4-1 Boston. This challenge. Can it work? Yes. Is it going to work? I don't think so. For us, specifically, are we going to win the cup? No. Can this team win it? Yes. Will they? No. I think is what you can tell. We're down 3-1 to Boston. They just appear to be the team of destiny. After beating Ottawa, they're going to knock out the top 2 seeds en route to the conference final. Denny has been shit. Let's give Jeffrey a chance on the 4th line. I don't care about the +3. It clearly doesn't even matter. That top line has just been far too quiet. Honestly, we got to go for a full rotation here. I need to do my due diligence, also known as waste time, by trying to find, you know, essentially the right line combinations that might help us here. And yeah, to be honest, we'll just go ahead and rank people off of their points, their plus minus, their penalties, and we'll see who the best players for the team have been. Why bother? They broke the trend. Because I'm a man who won't give up. Damn it. That's why. That's why. I will fight until the very end. I know what's coming. We've lost. I'm well aware. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to put up a fight. Ross Cooper, I love the point totals, but holy hell, those penalty minutes are a killer. Nick Griffith. I mean, not bad. EA should start adding in analytics. Wouldn't that be nice? MLB, I mean, I give MLB credit. Like, that's one thing that they've had for a long time, right? Is the, or not, maybe not for a long time, but they have had the analytics in there. Now, whether or not it's just randomly generated fodder or not, who's to say? But yeah, MLB The Show has had the analytics numbers available, which, I mean, you could argue analytics have had more of an importance to baseball than hockey over a longer period of time, and they have, but, you know, welcome to the future, right? Oh, Topi. I wonder how we do in the calendar sim. It's a good question, but I don't calendar sim. Same thing in Goon Squad. Like, ah, man, would you have won? I mean, who knows? Who knows? It's just one of those things. It's just a lot more interesting to handle it this way. It's more fun, more immersive. Plus, you can't even check fucking box scores in this game, so it really makes calendar simming pointless. Oh, Carlotti, you've been bad. All right, so our 4th line. Actually, first and foremost, this defense too. We might as well rank the defense because why not? Olason, those penalty minutes. Yikes. Let's just completely rework the team. Why not? I'll just go for it, you know? We'll just try to completely rebuild and see what we got. Why not? Good old Wisnu. Been okay so far. 2BC did a calendar sim and game sim for 5 seasons, found minor differences. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things though where it's very tough, right, to kind of get an accurate representation of it, because obviously, you know, a series isn't going to sim the same way every time. I mean, the best way to do it, I think, would be to have the same playoff series and sim it at least 50 times by being in-game, in-depth sim, calendar sim, and see how that lines up. And that is an amount of time that I am not willing to dedicate. At all. For obvious reasons. But that would be a hell of a YouTube video that I'm now probably gonna fucking make. Because you could really clickbait the shit out of that, couldn't you? Hey Endo, you excited for that idea to edit that? Let's go through 17,000 hours worth of footage, baby. God. Alright. Get Person out of there. For Wisniewski. Get Topi out. For Rippin'. That would take forever. Yes, it would. You wouldn't get any videos out of me for a while. Alright, I know Denny is out of there. Let's get Person back. And Hikola is the other man taken out for Topi. So the forwards, we're going to have Yui, Welch, and Arenas as our top 3 players so far, with Fletcher, Griffith, and Person. A third line of Topi Laxinen with Sahonen and Card, if it will work. And then, yeah, Karalahti, Cooper, and Card. I honestly don't hate the -1s. There's not really a great answer, though, aside from that, so we'll just make it work. We'll just make it work. See what happens. Well, Cody, I'd say jump into the game and then automatically hit sim to end and see what happens for like the in-game stuff. Wisniewski and Darling have been our best defenders, and then Pushkarev with Rippin. So lefty-righty, righty-lefty. Dual lefties. We'll go with Lindgren in the shot roll. All right. Has this all been for naught? Probably. It certainly screwed up our line chemistry. We don't have a good boost there now. But we just got to throw whatever the hell we can at the wall to see what happens, because we're down 3-1, and it hasn't been pretty. First period, it's still not pretty. Harrison scores again. 1-0. Second period, 1-1. Karalahti on the power play. We go to the third. It is the last period of play that we are guaranteed. Ross Cooper has another one. Now the power play here for the Deacon. This one goes to waste, but indeed, this is the last bit of time that we are promised here. We have to win. Griffith scores 3-1. 4-1. Cooper has the Hattie. And we are going to live to fight another day. We will go back to Boston for game number 6. Devs, you'll have to find out in a little bit, won't you? Salcido, 32 saves. Cooper actually didn't have the Hattie. My bad. I mistook who had the first goal of the game. It was Griffith, not Cooper. My B. To be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention because I'm like, all right, we're going to lose, and if I'm not emotionally invested, then EA might not break my heart. Turns out I was right, but now I am emotionally invested for Game 6 because we might be able to stay alive and then play the Caps in the conference final. But guess what? We're probably going to lose. It's Game 6. Good old Game 6. First period, 1-0 Boston. Again, they always get that first goal. It's Shields. Second period. Alright, let's see. Now again, we use good old Pretzel. For non-copyright purposes. Can I get the sad violin? Is this copyright? And it says it's YouTube safe. Let me play the sad violin. I want to play the sad violin theme. Fuck. It won't let me play it. Just let me play it. What's the matter with you? It's unclickable. I guess because it's not YouTube safe? Yeah, it's not YouTube safe. That's why. Alright, let's just get it over with. Let's just pull this band-aid off. Yep, that's it. Can we consistently make the playoffs? Yes. Can we win 50 games in a season? Yes. Can we get the luck of the draw come playoff time? LOL. No, we cannot. 3-1 is your final score. The Bruins move on in 6 games. As their 90 overall goalie actually plays like one. How lucky for them. I mean, we are so far into this, the argument can be, we'll just keep going. Why not see the finish line? But also on the flip side, how many more tragedies can we witness from this team? How many more? Yeah, Person really didn't get the job done in the playoffs. I mean, again, he was played at forward. Rippin was on defense, and Rippin put up as many points. 921 for Salcido. Ultimately not good enough when the Bruins goaltender finishes with a 932. Down from a 950, but still. No Stanley Cup final appearance for us. Will the Bruins win the Cup? No, they won't. They lost to Washington, who went on to win the whole darn thing. Who's it going to be? And it was Colorado who beat Nashville. And then lost to the Caps. For the awards, the Caps win back-to-back cups. Topi Laaksonen won his third Norris in 4 years. Just kind of cheesing that award. It's beautiful. Schwartz won another Conn Smythe. And apparently this Matsumoto guy is the second coming of Sidney Crosby. No AHL awards to speak of. Just a rough end of the season. A real rough end to the season. I mean, obviously a lot of statistical growth. Oh boy. And even Yui after that playoff performance. Off the cliff. McElrath improved, which is nice, but Fernandez, Darling, we have some players that are looking pretty cooked. We did get some damn good development, though, from a lot of our younger dudes. But is it going to be enough to replace the guys that are going to be leaving the team because they're regressing? 2045 season is the last, right? So Mitch Marner finally retires. 42. Jesus Christ. It's scary to imagine Mitch Marner at 42 years old. Shout out to Jacques Hughes as well. Barely outscored by Cackle. Defensively, Moritz Seider. Brent Clark retired too. For the goalies, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen got the hell away from Buffalo, and Sergei Kolesnik, I salute you, sir. Declined faster than Sergei Bobrovsky after getting paid $10 million. Why is the team overall so low? Because we are only picking up undrafted free agent players. No major trades, no major free agent signings, no drafting. Yet we still have won President's Trophies. So, with that, I think, want to kind of see what this team is going to be. Worst team in the NHL, surprise, surprise, was the Buffalo Sabres. At least they won some cups in between. We will go ahead and send them our draft picks, as we do, to try and help turn them around. It sucks when it's an Eastern Conference team that's terrible, because you kind of know it's going to come back to haunt us. There you go. Congrats to Buffalo. Hopefully you end up improving. Just to look back at the first round. No franchise player this year. Maybe not an incredible draft. Time will tell. We'll barely be able to see the benefits of a draft this late. It's almost as if the players we have now are the only ones we're going to get. A couple of our coaches are up. I'm just going to let them walk because so infrequently do they re-sign because they always want a bigger and better role. So goaltending-wise, I mean, again, Abdelkader, Flaherty, it's kind of a tough call. They're both looking for dirt cheap contracts, so we might as well go for it. Topi Laakkonen's going to want a shitload of money, and we're going to have to give it to him. Pushkarev, Olis, Wisniewski. Again, I think Darling's time at the NHL level might be done. We might have to move Persson and Laaksonen back to defense, which is kind of scary. And for the forwards, Fletcher. Man, Griffith wants a $10 million deal. We're at the mercy of these players, too. I went from confident after beating the Habs, but you start to look at who's left on this roster, and again, we've lost guys like Giftopoulos and so many others that were key members of this team that it's now at the stage where you have to wonder, again, did we just miss that window? And I thought we did, but then we won 51 games this season. It's a complete toss-up at this stage. I think we have to see the end of this. But man, is it looking as unlikely as ever that we're going to be able to pull this off. So, quite a few guys ended up rejecting those new deals, but thankfully we still have all the money in the world to bring them back. Topi, of all players, actually rejected a contract, so we'll just pay him the big 1-year term. Fletcher also rejected. Wasn't he looking for the 1-year $10 million, or that was somebody else? I'm at least intrigued tonight to see what this team looks like. I'm excited to go over to NHL 2K10. Again, it is playoff time with our full season playthrough with the Philadelphia Flyers. But, I mean, man, this team's in such a weird spot. So, we're good to go in terms of the re-signings. Let's see what we got. All the RFAs signing. Devs, we don't have to talk about how bad the real life Flyers are. We don't have to do it. Alright. So in terms of free agents, who's out there? For the goalies, nobody. Not a single dude that we'd want. For defenders, we do have a low elite. Aaron Toms, big boy too at 6'6". He's only at 54. We'll still go for him. And for the low fours, Josefson would have been drafted. Yeah, his overall was way too high. It's a dead giveaway. One defenseman so far. And for the forwards, my God. Nickerson was drafted. Campoli was previously drafted. We're screwed. There is one player that we're adding from this class. One. And 90% of my coaching staff retired. Oh my God. 2 coaches had their contracts up and everybody else retired. Jesus. Oh, Brits, what's up? Trev as well. What's this franchise looking like? Not great, all of a sudden. Holy hell. Okay. Well. At least we know that there are a couple of A-pluses out there. Quick Tugan-A, guys. Ask away as we waste a crap load of time to offer these coaches max contracts to come here. Feel free. Fire away. Fire away. Friendly reminder, you can also ask me anything for the sake of my podcast, the Toogies Take podcast, on this lovely thread right here on Twitter. Because why would you not want to? Deej and I will be recording tomorrow. It'll be a fun time. Anyway. This music really fits what happened, doesn't it? Josh found a 72 overall low elite goalie who was undrafted. Eat pant. Eat pant, sir. Who'd I get on my pride? I had to go for the captain. I went with Jillian Dempsey. There were some tough calls because the Pride do still sell Dena Lang jerseys. And I'm like, God, do I get a Dena Lang jersey? But yeah, I went for the captain and good old Jillian Dempsey. But a lot of good options. A lot of good options. Was very much considering a Sammy Davis jersey. Fratkin was up there too. So, yeah. How do I feel about UMass legend John Leonard? I haven't heard about him a ton lately, so I can't speak to how good he might be doing or poorly. The Bruins bounce back. We'll talk about that on the podcast tomorrow. Will there be gameplay? Opie, I am not a big gameplay style of person. Honestly, I'm not that big of a fan of the gameplay in this particular game. I will say In terms of who you could check out, friends of mine in this directory, Wild Hockey 74, Terry O, CF Plays, Teal Shark, Satisfied Jake. There are a lot of good streamers in this directory that do enjoy the gameplay, or at least continue to play it. I am not one of them. Did I address EA Gate on the podcast? Cody, we did on the bonus show. We did on the bonus show, I think 2 weeks ago. We talked about it. So, listen to my first podcast today. Very nice, Josh. Very nice. Again, we might be going to 2 a week. Can't fault you for that choice. You're so annoyingly good, right? Will Mac Jones go third? Santa, I don't know. But Deej and I on the bonus show every single week, which again is on Patreon. On the bonus show every single week, we've been talking about the NFL because holy shit, there's just so much going on from a week-to-week basis. AJ, I did see bits and pieces of the dirt race. I did, which was still so weird. And yes, Suarez was nuts. He led, I mean, a high amount. Almost too many laps to not walk away with the win. It was pretty sad. Am I more of a franchise mode guy? Yes. Hence why we're on franchise mode. Hello, A-plus goalie coach, or just a goalie coach. Charlie. Hold on. Nope. You. Down to the AHL. We need that goalie coach. Please, God in heaven. What he could do to boost up our team. Charlie Barabal. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Charlie. You can do this. Please sign with us. Please, God. But yeah, NFL-wise, I mean, I'm very, very excited for the draft. And in case you guys didn't know, it is now March 30th. It's almost fucking April already. Cam, where can you listen to the podcast? Spotify, Apple Music, on YouTube in video form. Anywhere you want. Have I followed March Madness at all? I'm trying to keep up to date with it a little bit. Admittedly, my interest was pretty low this year. Poor Arkansas, not winning. But, you know, like Oral Roberts, kind of following them and seeing what's going on with that. Paid a little bit of attention. Thoughts on the boom in the trading card industry in the last 18 months? I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. Like, it just happened completely out of nowhere to where I'm just like, why the hell? Like, it went from friends of mine like X-Tech and Flopfish being like, yeah, I'm going to open up cards, and they did that somewhat regularly, to all of a sudden it's like, wow, you go even to a Walmart, and there's just nothing. Nothing. So I don't know what happened. No idea. And how or why it happened.
Oh,
but it's
good
nuts.
For you!
And it pissed off my mom, because she always gets me hockey cards for my birthday. I'm 27 years old. I'm very difficult to buy gifts for. And, yeah. She's like, I don't know what to do for your birthday now. I'm like, don't worry about it. So, hey, when channel rewards sake, I can lock an email. Does that mean I can permanently use it? I think it means you can permanently use it. Achilles. Eric Stahl-wise, I have talked about it a little bit. I'm going to talk about it on the podcast, too. It's a good deal for both teams. Who's the GOAT of the indies for wrestling? Like, all time or currently? Are we duping tonight? Yes, we're duping tonight. Do a draft to glory, we only draft forwards. I have done that, and it sucks. It absolutely sucks, and we'll probably do it again sometime. Bartlett, welcome back to the team. That goalie coach signed, and Aaron Toms, the defender from the Everett Silvertips, signed. Very, very good. All-time GOAT for indie wrestling. Colt Cabana. My friend Colt Cabana. Alright, we need a couple of coaches. Uh-huh. Is that Nazem Kadri? Holy shit! You know how rare it is to actually see a retired player become a good coach? Nazem Kadri, out of nowhere, becomes an A-rated coach. What the hell? That's an incredible rarity in this game to actually see someone become a good coach. We're gonna hire him. Why not? He can teach our players how to get suspended in the playoffs. Oh, it's beautiful. Do you think Florida can keep up their play without Aaron Ekblad? We'll talk about that a lot tomorrow, too. Mainly because I want to get Deej's opinion on it, because he is a Panthers fan. It is a massive loss. And for 6 Erna, or however you say that name. Thank you for the follow, by the way, a couple minutes ago. Yeah, no, that is... There aren't too many teams that can survive that type of loss, to lose a defenseman like that. In terms of Norris favorites, he was up there. So, they should add suspensions for franchise and be a pro. Yes, they should. That they should. God, it takes so long to offer these max contracts. Open man for the guys, the fist up for the win. Good shouts. Good shouts. Taking forever to sim. Jesus Christ, this takes forever. Alright, and Kadri's good with the veterans, go figure. Well, there's no way Steve Blue just is gonna sign this, but we might as well try. What's the worst that could happen? Do I like pudding? Pudding's okay. I'm just gonna go with okay. It's a mid-table. It's a mid-table option, we'll say. This seems like the single most inefficient way to do this menu. It is. It is. Filio, it is by far the most time-consuming thing. When in Hut, you have the ability to hit A and then type in a random number. But in franchise mode, just keep scrolling. Hope you like holding to the right. Oh, God. Oh, God. Cody, that's fair, but also, Jesus Christ. Yeller, what's up, by the way? It is good to see you. You know what I just realized I should have done, though, for that Boston Pride jersey? I should have gotten a Lexi Lang jersey, because I think she, well, not Lexi Lang, but the Dana Lang jersey, because that's why I was going to go with it. She wears the number 24. But, too late. Maybe I'll get 2. Damn it, I should have gone for the Dana Lang jersey. Oh, well, too late. Too late! Alright, well. Oh, goodness. Alright, let's hope those 2 coaches sign. Again, free agency-wise, we're already set. Nazem Kadri, welcome to the team. I think welcome back, and indeed, Blue just didn't go. You'll have to get their other jersey too, then. I mean, I want to. I'm trying to curb the jersey buying habit just a little bit. It got a bit out of control last year. Which one of you guys are actually you? Tyrone Gradbudskin. Seems all sports games have the Ultimate Team Diamond Dynasty type mode. Franchise, have fun scrolling. Yeah, pretty much, right? Oh yeah, in Ultimate Teams and stuff like that, the card-based modes, oh yeah, convenience, fast, keep them engaged, make it easy. Stay in the mode for as long as possible. Franchise-wise, it's, well, I mean, hey. Have fun. Hope you like holding a button. Hope you like it. It's been 84 years. Where's the best place to buy NHL custom jerseys? I will shout out the likes of Cool Hockey, one of my go-tos, Hockey Authentic, and then there are some trusted eBay sellers that you can go on to. I recommend reddit.com/r/hockey jerseys, and they have a list of good resources as well. We'll go number 20. We'll go number 1 in the 2021 draft. Owen Power is my guess. Already have a Tua jersey. What player would be your suggestion for another Dolphins jersey? Ooh, another Dolphins jersey. I would have said Kyle Van Noy, but he's back with the Patriots now. It's great. Get Team GM Chris Greer on a jersey, because he is your most valuable asset in that entire organization. We talked about Chris Greer the other night, and Chris Greer is still a fucking beaut. People are like, oh, who would you want to replace Bill Belichick once he leaves New England? Chris Greer of the Miami Dolphins, please. Again, brother of former NHLer Mike Greer, and the guy is a footballing genius. A genius. Were there any players that you saw from Jay Fresh that surprised you in terms of analytics? Yeah, Seth Jones. because I was very much on board with the idea of Seth Jones is good at hockey. And then you look and it's like, well, actually, you've just been told he's been good at hockey for like the past 5 years, when in reality, he hasn't been good. So, Seth Jones gets my vote. Shout out to Seth Jones. Greer and Flores, an amazing combo. Right? Just pick them straight up and bring them to New England. By the way, for Dolphins fans, I hope that's what's happening. Is Bill Belichick's like, Greer and Flores are my 2 replacements. I would laugh so hard. But anyway, if you have a Tua jersey and had to get another option from the Dolphins, I'll shout out Jakeem Grant, the ultimate Madden return man. But my option, my vote, would have to go to Jerome Baker or Xavier Howard. Those are my top 3. Those are my top 3. No Wreckfest Weatherstead. We normally only play on Saturdays, and even then we're kind of winding down with it because we've played a lot of it. Alright, whoops. I got to check for RFAs. We're at least getting this team set up for the next season to see where we stand. We don't have any RFAs. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, this year, Turikov deserves a chance as the starter. Or as the backup, at least, because Flaherty and Abdelkader haven't made the most of their opportunities. So those 2 are probably going to be healthy scratched in the AHL. Man, Loxton and Persson are still looking great, but if we have them at forward, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Darling. The 6th man would be Carcillo. Or we go with Novikov or Rippin. Nobody else is close. So that's the big question. Do you have these 2 on the defensive side of things? But I don't think we can. That forward core is so weak without them. So say that would be the 12 right there. 78's the cutoff. Yeah, 78 would be the cutoff. And it's Arenas who's down to a 78. That sucks. Usually watch on YouTube. First time watching the stream. Love the series. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Welcome aboard to the late night insanity. Oh, God. Let's see. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. I mean, Carcillo is the highest rated. He's just not going to get any better. Nor the other 2. Oh, God. All right. So if this is the team, right? Get Wisniewski out of there for Dolphy Laxinen. Get Carcillo out of there for Pushkarev. Then we go back over here. Get Wisniewski and Carcillo back. So those are the players. Who is the best coach for the job? We go with the best overall players and then try to get the best chemistry out of it instead of focusing solely on chemistry. Is that the best way to go? I don't know. I'm highly debating looking at this roster and saying, okay, who could get us the most amount of +3s and +5s, and would that help? At the end of the day, I don't know. So Fowler was our head coach last year. He's a 58 for this roster. How good is Krause? Former head coach of ours. He's at a 59. And then we have Bartlett. He's at a 57. Is someone like Nazem Kadri good enough to be our head coach? No. Barabal is a goalie coach? I mean, we take a hit in terms of goalie coaches, but he is a 61 for the team. Huh. That's a weird setup to have. Let me check something really quickly. One wrestler you wish got more respects for their talents. I don't know. No one comes to mind immediately. There we go. Jesus. So let's see. Pinch shoot. All right. Pinch shoot and pinch cycle. There's an even split. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Oh, the menu lag. Even on a next-gen console. Even on a next-gen. Barabal for the team. Not bad. How does Kraus line up? Balanced across the board. Bartlett. A lot more shoots. Fowler has the pinch. Yeah, it's got to be Fowler. So I hate to say it for one Nazem Kadri, you are going down to the AHL, and we are... I mean, granted, it's 2 defensive coaches, but that'll be the setup. Kadri will be our AHL head coach. We need an assistant coach, best one we can get. It's going to be one of these 2. It's going to be you, Alexander Lacadour. Good old Alex Lacadour. But yeah, we'll be looking to switch into 2K10 here very, very soon. Tis the game plan. Like I said, I wanted to see what this team looks like, what the setup is. Hopefully, we're in a pretty good spot moving forward. Oh God, what is the max for this guy? On the cup with an expansion franchise, while losing the coaching staff assigned to you. That just comes down to pure luck. A bad coaching staff, like, man, you could have a team of all 99s, and one would argue, well, they're going to underperform anyway because of the sim, but yeah, no, a bad coaching staff can directly mean a great team misses the playoffs. We've experimented before. That's just how it goes. Oh my God, how expensive can this deal be? Please just sign this. Please, God, just sign this. Fucking game stonks going all the way to the moon with this shit. Oh my God, please. Please, it's gonna go to 9.8. And we just keep waiting. Waiting. So much waiting. There we go. Jesus. Takes forever. Hopefully he signs. So the coaching staff is good. It is set. What are the lines going to be? We'll sort out this defense first. And, I mean, yeah, he is a tremendous fit for this defense. We just can't have Wisniewski or Carcillo on the second pairing. We don't have any DFD, OFDs. As nice as that would be, we can't do it. I mean, no reason to not have that be the defense, I suppose. Honestly, that makes more sense right there. Or you go ones across the board. We'll go with the threes. So Pushkarev and Olas, I'm going to avoid setting them up to have the shooting options because it doesn't matter. Well, then again, if we jump into the sim, it does. So that is the defense this year. It's still obviously not great, but it's not the worst. I mean, it can still be competitive. And then for the forwards, Topi's ideally on the second line, Person's ideally on the first. So then the question is who else plays on that first line? Fletcher Carlotti works, and again, it's what we had at the start of last year. And if it's not Fletcher, it's Renas or Welch. So we might as well have it be Fletcher. And then the second line, kind of a tough call. I think ideally Griffith would be there and Cooper would be there. They are the highest rated dudes. We're looking at a situation where Marco Renas is down on the third or fourth line, which is kind of tragic, but it does make sense. Cooper's not a great fit for that second line, but there's no better chemistry. We can get a +3 on the third line if we do that, though. I think we have our team. Again, it is far, far from perfect. But It is about the best we can do. Whether or not this game can kind of cheese it to still have us find success, I don't know. But only 1+3. There is some pretty good talent. I have a feeling we're going to make the playoffs. I'd be honestly shocked if we don't. But can we get the luck on our side in the playoffs is the question. That is the question. Can we get the luck on our side? I feel bad for Rippin. He's already out of the lineup for Toms, and then Novikov's never really going to make it. He'll be out for Doripos. Unfortunately, like, nobody works for this chemistry. Yeah, we're still going to have that -1. Just to check the scratches with Rippin. I mean, he's 26. Novikov's 25. Neither of them have incredible attribute categories set up there. So.
Oh, good for you!
The forwards, it's K Van Bam, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to this nightmare of constant challenges to see how dumb this game can be. Won't spoil the result. So I hate to say it, but Junior Fernandez's time at the NHL level's done. After over 800 games with the team, he's just cooked at this point. He is just absolutely cooked. Nelson Bruin is the first man on the chopping block for Roy Pinot. And then out of the 73s, the most useful is Dubnyk, or the most useless is Dubnyk. Oh boy. That's going to get Joel Booth back into the lineup. And then hate to say it from there, but Arthur Spencer, great puck skills, but you're out for Pentakainen. And then Jay Booz is out for Steos. And the final man is Fernandez or Jeffrey, and I'm going to stay loyal to Fernandez and at least let him play as Brule gets into the lineup. So some of our younger dudes. Idea for Draft to Glory. No first round pick, but 1 extra 7. Yeah. I mean, 7th round picks aren't bad, though. That's the issue. Like, 7th round picks aren't exactly a detriment, you know? You can do some damage with 7th rounders. I mean, yeah, you're not going to get like the high rated medium elites out of the gates, but... Alright, so these are the combinations. Correct that injuries are not on. You nailed it. Can't be as big of a nightmare as the Sabres right now. I don't think anything's as big of a nightmare as the Sabres right now, so fair enough. Fair enough. You got me there. Fair play. Oh, shit. Alright. Whoops. Yeah, I feel bad for McElrath. He's right on the cusp of making it. So the teams are set. I mean, we do still have people in the system that might be able to make a push for this NHL roster and maybe tip us over the edge. Laaksonen and Carcillo as the leaders at the NHL side. Let's get that letter off of Fletcher. Laaksonen, Carcillo, and Renas as the leadership group. Did I hear that Bristol's running dirt again next year? I did, and it's very exciting. Are the Buffalo Sabres the biggest nightmare of the pros? Big Force? Yeah, they are. I don't think... okay. Let's talk about that. NFL. Who's their biggest competition for being a nightmare? The Houston Texans. Easily the Houston Texans, right? Like, obviously, it used to be... You know, it used to be the Browns. You can still make the argument for the Jets if you want to. Maybe even the Falcons. The Saints at this point, maybe. But no, like, without a doubt, the biggest tire fire in the NFL right now is the Houston Texans. It's not even close. I'd put the Jags in a better spot than the Texans. The Texans are fucked. That team is so screwed. You lost J.J. Watt. Who knows what the hell is going to happen with Deshaun Watson. NBA-wise, I mean, unfortunately for the memes, I mean, the Knicks aren't quite a nightmare anymore. So, that sucks. It's not fun when the Knicks are good. You know how many hot takes we miss out on because the Knicks aren't good anymore? Or aren't bad anymore? It sucks. Basketball, there's nobody as on the level of tire fire as the Houston Texans or the Buffalo Sabres. There's no way. And then baseball-wise, you know, if we're looking at the 4 major North American sports, baseball-wise, it's definitely the Pirates. And yeah, catcher, I agree. The Pirates are in the worst possible spot. But that said, who would you rather support? The Sabres, the Texans, the Pirates? I'm taking the Pirates. Not just because of they're getting old home stadium, which is still amazing, but I'm taking the Pirates. It's for me, it's between Houston and Buffalo. And I would still probably take the Sabres over the Houston Texans. I gotta be honest. I would take the Sabres over the Houston Texans. Rockets are in... Yeah, I mean, I know the Rockets have hit a 20-game losing streak, but... Again, like, I don't think there's an NBA tire fire that compares to Buffalo or Houston. The Sabres, you still have to look at with some optimism because of Eichel and Dahlin. What's that one bright spot for the Houston Texans right now? Feel free to tell me, because I don't see it. Deshaun Watson's done there, one way or another. J.J. Watt left. Like, that entire organization is a tire fire. So, anyway, heading into the season, just to wrap this up for what we're doing here. Ratings for the year, 86, 73, and an 82. To see how we compare to Philadelphia. We'll see how we do. We will find out tomorrow how this team happens to do. I think at this rate, we might as well just go the distance. Again, we have some players who are definitely regressing at this stage. I will look through the record book soon. I know I keep promising to do that, and I'm still not going to do it right now. But we will look through those record books soon, too.